it home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 45 of the Utah Jazz Association on NBA 2K13. And today we're back for the offseason after Season 4, taking home the NBA title. We are going to move into this offseason, not expecting too big of any big moves. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. We do have our entire team, or at least our entire starting five, under contract for next season, so don't expect too much, but I will say we do have one big move coming. Now, we do have 4 first-round draft picks thanks to a bunch of trades made in the last couple of seasons, so we really have a lot of assets. We are just waiting to move, and I figured I'd show this. This is pretty cool. The White House visit, and yes, you will see the Utah Jazz at the White House. Thought that was pretty cool. Nice touch. Obviously, most of the time you're going to watch this, you're going to see other teams in it, but it was pretty cool seeing Steph Curry. You can see Quinn Cook there, Doc Rivers. I think Thabo Sefolosha standing behind Barack Obama right there. Iguodala on the far left. You can see some of the guys at the top like Ashik and Hibbert. There's Steph Curry, Finals MVP, talking to Barack Obama. And then that's Doc Rivers, the coach, talking to Obama. So it's pretty cool. And I thought it would have been really funny if Obama didn't get reelected and like the 2013 NBA championship would have been with, Mitt Romney or something. But then they still would have had Obama in the game. I always thought that would have been funny. That was like one of the only like. I don't know. I thought it would have been pretty funny. What do you guys think? Either way, so we're going to move on to the rest of the offseason here in just a moment. We're at the NBA draft. There wasn't much to do before this. I think our entire coaching staff was under contract for the next season. And we got offered this trade, Rajon Rondo and the 12th overall pick for the 2nd overall pick in Andre Iguodala. And this was really tempting. I had to look at this a little bit further. Obviously, we're down trading a little bit with our pick, but we don't really need a high draft pick, and I'm not really too interested in drafting auto-generated rookies. It's whatever. We'll see what happens, but I decided to go into this trade. I was looking at Rondo trades. You can see they wanted Derek Favors, but I went back to the trade that they originally offered. I was trying to do Iggy for Rondo straight up just to see what would happen. Here they wanted the 2nd pick, and I decided to do that. So we're actually not going to get a pick back, but we pick up Rajon Rondo, and I'll talk about that in a bit. And then here with the 4th overall pick, we're going to pick up Anderson Terry, a potential point guard for the future. And I'll talk about that in a sec too. But either way, looking at some more draft picks, I decided it was the late first round, and I'm going to pick Matthew Bender, a 6'10" center, who I'm going to actually end up not signing because I need the extra cap space. Here I was looking at a trade with Anderson Terry, and I'm going to trade Matthew Bender and a first-round pick along with Quinn Cook for Jeff Withey. And we're going to pick up this, Terry Henry guy. So actually, yeah, I signed Bender. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't sign Henry the guy, but I really wanted Jeff Withey. I'll talk about that in a sec too. We're going to pick up the 7'4" beast in the 2nd round. I just wanted the 7'4" guy on my team. And for the rest of this video, we're going to be signing mainly, role players like Caron Butler here. We're going to offer a contract. I think we're going to end up signing a few more veterans like that. But either way, I wanted Rajon Rondo because I kind of just wanted to switch the team up. Why not? I don't know. Iggy's getting a little bit old. Rondo's still in his prime. So I just figured, why not? Let's change it up a little bit. Let's not throw the exact same team out we had last year. It is what it is. I'm sure, a championship team like that almost never makes moves like that, but whatever. I mean, sue me. I don't really care. We're going to say Gerald Wallace here, and the Anderson Terry deal. I got Anderson Terry. He's a potential point guard for the future because Steph Curry, basically, I think we have 3 guys on 1-year contracts now. And it's going to be a question as to whether we can re-sign them under the salary cap. Now, obviously, we have bird rights on a couple of the guys. And I think this game just gives you bird rights on, all your players because the game's kind of stupid like that. But so we might be able to re-sign all of them, but there's a hard cap, which we might hit if we have to offer some of those guys really big contracts. We'll see what happens. I'd love to re-sign all 5, but Anderson Terry is a very good backup option. He's a nice point guard. Could be a point guard for the future if we have to let Rajon Rondo or Steph Curry go. And then, so yeah, my plan is to play Steph Curry at the 2 and Rondo at the 1. Steph Curry works off ball a lot better anyway. I remember that from last season, so I think that's going to work out really well. As for defense, we do give up a bit of defense. Iguodala is a premier defender, but Rondo is also a very good defender. And we still have Paul George, so George can take some of the bigger guys. Rondo can take the little guards. And as for picking up Jeff Withey was I think he was the defensive player of the year or the most improved player last season, averaging 9 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists as a center. So I know he has really good passing skills. I was really excited to get him. I have a thing for passing big men. And then as for the rest of our signings, we ended up signing Gerald Wallace, Tyson Chandler, and Karan Butler, 3 really big veterans. And then we have Garner, our 7'4" beast, Anderson Terry, and Jeff Withey also coming off the bench. So we'll see what happens. I hopefully can, navigate all these minutes. We'll see what happens. But either way, I'm really excited for this team going into Season 5. I am going to keep this association going for at least one more season, probably up until 2K14. So, and then my 2K14 team is probably going to be the Boston Celtics. That is my favorite team in the NBA. And, I decided since they're kind of, it's not off the, recently Boston sports teams really haven't gone into rebuilding phases, so I decided I got to take the advantage of having one of them go into a rebuilding mode. So anyway, you can see here, Rondo, Curry, George, Favors, and Hibbert's going to be the starting lineup we throw out next season. You can see I'm kind of setting the player roles or whatever, nothing too much. They're all, we have 3 stars, and I could have changed Rondo to a star. Terry's eventually going to become our 6th man. I just didn't set that here because, I don't know, I'm an idiot. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. You can see we're going to advance into the regular season, so to say. And, yep, we're going to advance to the next season. And we're going to auto-generate rookies because I'm pretty sure there aren't any 2017 draft classes out there. And if there are, they're all full of shit because there's no way you can predict 2017 prospects 5 years ahead. So, anyway, well, I guess you could try if you did enough research, but whatever. It's not worth it. So, anyway, that's going to wrap this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. So, I'm out. Peace.